So, Jimmy, defeat this afternoon. What are your overall thoughts on the game?
I thought they were really, really clinical. 4 chances, took them. You've got to give them credit, haven't you? I thought they were a little bit sharper than us, to be fair. It was almost like, after the Lord Mayor's show on Saturday, wasn't it, really? I knew, don't get me wrong, both teams played on Saturday. I thought we were running on. We tried to make changes to freshen it up a little bit. And whilst the game was at 0-0, I think we've had the best chances. I thought we had 2 or 3 half chances. Dom's had a really good chance that keepers come out and saved well, and then they've gone straight down other end and scored. But I think every time they got in our box in first half, which was like 3 times, they cut it back and they had runners coming onto it, and they took the chances really well. And then really game's dead then, isn't it? But I thought when we come out second half, I thought getting that early goal, I thought might just give us a little bit, but then we didn't really kick on after that. So yeah, really disappointed. There were some things about the performance again that I liked, and there were some bits about the performance I didn't like, and we'll have to work on them going forward. Didn't like how we just gave up chances so easily. And then when we get in final third, we've just got to be a little bit more clinical and make sure we're better in both boxes. But other than that, though, I don't think there was a massive amount in game. But ultimately, we've lost 4-1, and it was one after getting safe on Saturday. We really wanted to make sure that we pushed on and tried to finish it top half. But look, we'll go again this week. We'll train Thursday, and then we'll look forward to going to Matlock on Saturday to finish the season.
So obviously, following on the performance, obviously all 3 goals in the first half, all such a similar nature of a goal. Does that concern you at all?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they were all carbon copies of each other, really, weren't they? Getting to byline, cutting it back, and then a runner comes onto it and drills it in the bottom corner. So yeah, I think it's one of those that's we'll just look back at the VO and we'll analyse it, and we'll make sure that going forward we try to stop it happening. Just a little bit of we struggled with the 10's pace when he got in behind us. He's a good strong runner. And we've not really got a lot of cover at the back at the moment. It's the 3 that are playing, and obviously we've had Connor, who's been on loan from Fleetwood. He's out injured as well. So I just think they were just running a little bit on empty when Harrison was getting pulled wide and getting 1v1 with him. He's been struggling with his ankles and that. He was fantastic at Warrington on Saturday, but maybe for some players it was just a little bit of a game too far in terms of their energy, and I think they were running on empty a little bit. But look, they're a great set of lads, and I said to him, look, I'm not. The one thing that I can handle in football is if you get beat by the better team. I thought it was a tight game, but I thought if you're not as good as the other opposition in the penalty areas, then you're going to get punished. But the lads put a lot of effort in, so I'm not going to knock them for that. We often puffed, didn't we, and just come out on the wrong side of it, which is disappointing in a derby. But we'll try and make sure that we prepare right this week and go and finish season at Matlock. And then I'm really looking forward to summer. I can't wait to just get my hands on it fully when we can have a look at next season and sort out the players that we want to stay and try and get the recruitment right and the training. We've already started the pre-season plan, which is got a lot of friendlies booked in and things like that. So I just can't wait for it to be our baby at the moment. There's things that we just can't affect. Obviously, we've come in and the deadline's passed. We're working with what we're working with, but the lads have been brilliant. I really enjoyed every bit of working with him, and I think it was just maybe a little bit of a game too far. But having said that, I thought they did really well, and full credit to Millie and his team. I thought they deserved to win really on the day, and we'll both be in the division next year, so we'll look forward to playing them again.
Obviously, looking forward to Matlock, final game of the season, of course. Are you looking to do anything differently? Any players to be given more of a chance, or just overall performances?
Yeah, no, there'll be changes. There'll be changes, definitely. We've learnt loads in that short space of time that we've been here. Trying to remain positive, really. I just found it hard today because, as much as I thought we played okay, and they were just clinical, it hurts when you're at home in a derby. It hurts in any game, but particularly when you're at home in a derby, and I just feel like we let the fans down. And I've told the players that, and not through a lack of effort, but we just want more. But I've just been speaking to 𝙁𝙬𝙚𝙗𝙚𝙗𝙤 in there. All it does is it makes us hungrier for next season and make sure that we get things right and we don't have to go through that feeling again. But the lads they've had a tough season. At times they've probably lacked a little bit of confidence since we've come in because of what has happened previously. But going into today, I was disappointed that we had only won 2 games and we hadn't got that point against Whitby. So we've got a defeat on on the block now as well. But yeah, we've got the 6 points and we've got over the line, haven't we? So that's the main job. Every cloud and all that's got silver lining. I think, you know, going forward, it's a good club. We've met some great people here, and I'm really pleased that we've come in. We've learnt lots, and that's been the main job, really. It gets us ahead of the race going into pre-season and into next season. So, yeah, I think we know what we need to do, and as I say, we're looking forward to implementing that.
Obviously, speaking a lot on next season and the pre-season plan that you've got going, is there a lot for the fans to look forward to?
I hope so, yeah. I think, yeah, no, I mean, I think, like, look, honestly, I think every season, whether you've been at a club 3 or 4 years or you're fresh in at a club, I think you've got to recruit. You know, we need any team, I think, every season needs some fresh blood just to give everybody a little bit of an edge and keep everybody on the toes. But I don't want to talk about recruitment too much. You know, we've already spoke to players. Things are moving along quite nicely. But I think the other thing is as well, we've got a lot of lads here who I think in the right environment with a little bit of help are going to be really, really good assets to us. And we haven't managed to sit down and speak to any of them yet. But like a lot of squad I've seen, and I like a lot of it. So I just think if we can get playing football on right footing, and the pre-season's key. You know, getting lads to right levels where we want them fitness-wise, and getting them playing right shape and getting them playing right style of football. It's impossible to do that with 5 games to go. So, you know, people are going to have to have a little bit of patience with us. But as I say, we've got them 2 wins back to back, and unfortunately a defeat today, and it gives us an opportunity to now go into summer. You know, we play Matlock next week, good away following again. Really looking forward to going over there, and hopefully we can put a better performance on today and get a result. Get a win, hopefully. And then, like I say, yeah, the summer, it really excites me because, you know, we can really build, and, you know, we will bring players in. There's no doubt about that. We want to try and change dynamic at teams slightly. I don't think that's remiss of me to say that, or, you know, and these lads can fit into that as well, but we need lads to help them, and hopefully, you know, it can be our baby next season, and hopefully we can go and really push on and get ourselves up that league and compete and play a little bit more on front foot.
Thank you so much, Jimmy, for your time.
Cheers, thank you.
Lancaster!